Welcome back to Page to Picture, the podcast where books come to life on screen and in conversation. I'm your host, Kim.
And I'm your host, Tiff. And today we venture off to the very fires of Mordor with our favorite heir of Isildur, homely hobbits, and Eddard Stark.
Yes, we are heading to the Shire once again and going on another adventure with Gandalf, R.I.P.G. This time with Frodo leading the Fellowship on a journey to destroy the One Ring.
Yes, and I could not be more excited for this. I know that last episode I said I was excited because it's The Hobbit, but this is a completely different type of excitement. Kim and I are sitting down to talk all things Lord of the Rings, starting with the first book and movie, The Fellowship of the Ring. So grab your old Toby, your Morgul blades, and some lembas bread because we are heading to Mordor.
Let's go to Mordor.
For Frodo, you don't understand that yet. But Kim, how art
Everybody. Thou is... I honestly want to start the second movie, but I'm waiting for you because...
Oh my God, that's such a shock.
We just got done watching it.
Yeah, I was just there at her house, like not even an hour ago.
And I want to watch the second one, but I have to wait because if I watch the second one, I'm going to have my thoughts are going to be all messed up for this particular episode. So I'm just waiting.
And you have to wait until I'm there. So.
Yeah, it's fun when you're here when we watch it.
Yeah, because then I spit fun facts. Listen, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, everybody knows within the community that like when we show Lord of the Rings to someone or we're watching with someone, like there's always that one person that's like, did you know? Or like, you know, like when this happened, I was that person and I did the fandom, but like, you know, I did them right by giving you all those facts.
I enjoyed it.
It was
Gandalf, Eddard Stark, his Labubu's.
Me and Kim made up a joke about how Gandalf, because Gandalf really loves his hobbits. Like he's like ride or die for these hobbits. And Kim said that they were like his Labubus. and Frodo, because he has the One Ring, is the 24 karat gold Labubu. And he just has them hanging on his staff.
He introduces him to like the elves. He's like, this is my 24 karat Labubu.
And Boromir just tries to steal the Labubu.
People try to steal Labubus.
Yeah, they're just, you're so right. People do be snatching Labubus off of people's bags.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not a
It should be Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Labubus.
Fellowship of the Hobbits. That's how it is. Oh my gosh. I was so nervous about Kim liking this one. I knew that she would somewhat like The Hobbit because it's very whimsical. This one is more like, it has like a more serious tone, but it's still lighthearted at the same time, which is hard to accomplish in a movie or book. So, oh my gosh, she wouldn't tell me anything when I was there. I was like, Kim, what are your thoughts? I need to know. And she goes, I won't say.
Every time I try really hard to keep opinions and my reactions to myself, but it was hard. And I will tell you the one time I did cry, I don't know if you caught me, but I did cry in one scene, and it's probably a scene that you're not really...
What?
I'll tell you later.
Okay, when we get to the movie, you have to tell me because I need to know because I've cried in a lot of scenes watching that, like at different periods of when I watch it. So I need to know.
Okay, wait. Before we go into the book and the movie, I have to share with our listeners. As you know, Tiff is not a crier. She doesn't cry in movies. She does not cry in TV shows. We've talked about this many a times. So when she came over our house last night, I made her finish watching season 1 of The Summer I Turned Pretty. And she watched season 1, episode 7, the final episode of season 1. And if you know, you know. And she cried.
I did. Crocodile tears, okay?
And we made her watch the 2017 Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, which, by the way, to give you some backstory on that, I've never watched Power Rangers. Like, that was Kim's thing growing up. I was like Dragon Tales type vibe around that time, so I didn't.
Did you or did you not cry with Billy?
I cried with Billy. I love Billy. If you know the movie, like Billy is that one character that you just want to protect at all costs, and I cried with his scene. And then when they just like ran it back, I was like, I cried because I was mad because I was like, there's no way y'all made me go through that just for you to be like 5 minutes later. Just kidding.
With the music?
Yeah, the music
choice.
The face of the guy that played the Red Ranger. Can't remember his name, but I love him very much. He plays
Stranger
Billy
Things.
and Stranger Things. Yeah. Yeah, it just is so emotional.
You have a thing for Billies.
I do.
Billy from Power Rangers, Billy from Stranger
Stranger
Things,
Things.
and Billy Bilbo Baggins.
Billy Bilbo Baggins, you're so right. And Bill the horse.
We both actually realized, going off topic, that we both have a thing for Ed Harris.
Oh my god, yeah, and it was the thing that me and Kim didn't know about each other until one moment we saw him, we said, ooh, we like that.
And we both agreed it was not only Stepmom that got us, but
Yeah.
the National Treasure.
The National Treasure, which is a national treasure of a movie. No one can hate on National Treasure. And if you do, you're just a hater. Yeah, he's just a hater. Okay, he's just a hater. And haters gonna hate.
I play it so much that he like is so over that
I
movie.
love The National Treasure, and I hope it
Me
never
too.
comes off Disney Plus.
Eddard Stark is in
Eddard
it.
Stark is in it. Yeah.
There we go.
Little treasure connection. Okay. Let's
It's the
talk
treasure
about it's the treasure. Okay. Listen. Okay. We're going to start off with facts about the book, okay? So the title is The Fellowship of the Ring. The author is Professor J.R.R. Tolkien. The release date is July 29th, 1954, and the tropes are reluctant hero, found family, epic quest/journey, good versus evil, ancient evil awakening, chosen one, and fellowship or band of heroes. And that's a lot of tropes.
And there they are right behind you.
And there they are right behind me. Okay, we love them all. So this is the blurb. Frodo Baggins, a humble hobbit from the Shire, inherits a mysterious ring from his uncle Bilbo, who we love. But the ring holds a dark secret. It is the One Ring, forged by the Dark Lord Sauron to control all others. Tasked by the wizard Gandalf with keeping it safe, Frodo sets out on a dangerous journey. Alongside loyal friends and unlikely allies, he must travel across Middle-earth to destroy the ring in the fires of Mount Doom. Pursued by dark forces, the Fellowship faces treacherous lands, deadly enemies, and moral tests that will shape the fate of their world. Talk about adventure.
What a blurb.
I know, it's a big blurb. Okay, so I'm so excited. I want to hear your thoughts about this because, like, okay, obviously I love The Hobbit, but there's just something about the Lord of the Rings books that just hit different. And so I want to know what you thought about the book, because, yeah.
A lot of facts.
Yeah, it's very detail
There's
heavy.
a lot of talking, a lot of facts, a lot of detail. I think when we watched the movie, I was like, to this part, thank goodness they shortened it because it was like forever in the beginning of the book.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot. There's a lot of information.
Yeah, it went
get it. I get where people would enjoy the Lord of the Rings books like yourself. It's hard. It's hard for me.
It's an info dump for sure.
Yeah, I think something like this, The Lord of the Rings, is just something that's going to be my jam visually.
Yeah.
I think the movies will do it for me. The books, it's just hard. Maybe the first book was hard because it's really info dumpy.
Which is generally what a first book in a series is like.
Yeah, you were telling me, you're like, book 2 is where it begins. Like, really? Like, I'll get more interested, so we'll see. I mean, I want to know your thoughts. Like, what is it about the books? What is it?
I think I like it because of the description. It could be because I know the world, like, now it's, like, if I were to read or listen to it, I already know the world and the characters so well that it's just like, it's like
second nature
listening to it's like listening to like those ambiance videos on YouTube where it's like kind of relaxes you. Like I would listen to The Fellowship of the Ring just because it's like, yes, my home. I don't live there, but I know my way around. Like that vibe. So
I get it. I
think that's what it is. Yeah. But I want to know
me with Harry Potter.
Yeah. Because Harry Potter's kind of slow for me to, when I read it, it's like,
I get it.
I have to like really be in the mood to read it. Lord of the Rings, I could just put it on and I'm fine. Like anytime.
I understand.
I want to know your thoughts about the writing style for this one in particular. I know, like, with like the detail aside and everything, because initially, like with The Hobbit, because we know that The Hobbit was supposed to be a children's book and then it was adapted into an adult book, but like the writing even in The Hobbit was more whimsical. They had like a fairy tale vibe to it. And Lord of the Rings is like a completely different story where it's like higher stakes and like more stuff is going on. So like the writing style is a little bit different. So what do you think of that? What do you think of the writing style for this one?
I think I realized that I enjoy the children whimsical part of these stories.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed The Hobbit because it was whimsical, because like Bilbo is just, I'm like obsessed with Bilbo, young Bilbo Baggins.
Oh my god, we love Bilbo.
Scared me. I felt so scared by Bilbo Baggins.
You were scared of Bilbo, but Bilbo was scared of Gandalf.
Yes. And it just, I don't know. It's not, it wasn't my cup of tea. I don't know what it is. It's a lot. It was a lot of
It's a lot.
information. It was a lot of information. And I think that's what's hard for me. And I remember us watching the movie and I was like, oh my God, they said that the beginning of the book hits, like, I remember it so well because it was so long, the detail and conversations, that it like stuck with me. So when we're watching the movie and like 2 hours into the movie, I was like, they said this in the book in the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
I remember it so well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not bad. It's good writing. I enjoyed in The Hobbit, I didn't enjoy the music, but like this one, I enjoyed the music that was played in this
like
one.
the songs and the poems and stuff, and like when the hobbits are singing their little tune, and I
enjoyed it in this Lord of the I don't know why. I enjoyed it here. Maybe because I was like mentally prepared, knowing like there's gonna be songs or poems, but I liked it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm giving bad.
You're not. It's okay. I've told people this like all the time. Like, you have to have a certain kind of like interest in the style of writing to enjoy Tolkien's writing. Like, you have to. It's like okay. It's like how we read dark romance, but there are some people that only read YA. Like, you have to have like a niche for something like that. So to have like a story where it's like very heavy in the lore and the world, like the world is its own character in the sense. So it's like you have to have a niche for that. Some people are like, okay, just tell me that you guys landed in a forest and my mind will take me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I completely agree. Like there's some that, I agree. It just depends on your palette, I guess, what you like, what you don't like. And it's nothing against it. Like, I'm gonna do book 2. I'm gonna do it.
I believe.
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard.
I know.
But I think because now I watched the movie, I can get
who the characters are and stuff. And
I visually, because when we watched The Hobbit, I knew who Gandalf was. So I had the picture in my head. I knew the older Bilbo. I saw Frodo. So like those I got. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now I have, okay, Pippin and Merry and Sam, and we knew Legolas and Aragon. You know what I mean? So I think I can like go into the second book with like more open-minded. What about you? I mean, I know you love it.
I love
You love
it.
it
I
so
do. There's
bad.
just I don't know. I love it so bad.
You do.
I like I don't know. I do. I love it. That's all I could say.
Yeah. That's okay.
I know.
And that's good.
I want to know your favorite moments in the book.
Okay, I love Bilbo's 111th whatever birthday party in the book.
Birthday.
The way they described it was so good. I was like, oh my God, it's been X amount of years since he did his little adventure and he lost the love of his life.
Yeah, he's a widow.
Yeah, he is a widow lover. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was whimsical. And I think that's just what I love about it is I love anything whimsical and fun, especially if you're going into like this YA like not YA, when you're going to this fantasy realm. And I liked Gandalf. I was like, okay, I know Gandalf. I'm like, Bilbo Baggins. When he disappeared, I was like, oh, I know why he disappeared because he has the ring. Right. I knew. I was like, yes, I know. I like the confrontation between Gandalf and Bilbo, where Gandalf was like, I got so scared of Gandalf. I was like, Gandalf, you're scary.
Yeah, he gets angry.
He got so angry in the book, and he's just like, I cannot take this ring. It has to be you, or you have to pass it along to Frodo. So I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that scene.
Yeah.
And I don't know. What about you?
Like the scene. It's not in the movie, but I like the
we're
scene
talking about
when
just the
Frodo.
book.
Yeah, when Frodo, Sam, and Merry and Pippin meet Tom.
Yes,
I love Tom. Okay, and I love that whole how he helps them, and then he's kind of like giving them lore and backstory of like what everything is, pretty much. And I don't know. I love Tom. Everyone loves Tom. He's like the I don't give a fuck guy. Like, you think Gandalf's great, but Tom is like
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah, that's
Who
my
is
favorite.
Tom?
Tom Bombadil. He was in the book
I know.
before.
Yeah, they be saying names
I
so
know.
fast.
It's okay. He's not in the movie, so everyone's
Okay, that's why
upset.
also why I'm, like, disconnecting. I'm like, "Wait, was there a Tom in the movie this
Mm,
entire time and nobody mentioned a Tom?"
no. Honestly, it's a criminal event, but it makes sense why they don't have him in there, but it's illegal, and I
Oh,
know, I love Tom. It's okay, Tom is in the Ring of Power, the, TV
3rd?
show.
Oh, the
The
show.
TV show, yeah, so but people have words about the TV show, which I have words back, so
Oh, okay. Oh,
I know, that was
that's
a threat.
exciting.
Okay, but let's talk about the movie since we're already here. Let's get into it because this is, like, where I'm excited to be.
Yeah, okay, let's
This is
get into it.
iconic.
So, the title is The Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Labubus. I mean, The Fellowship of the Ring. And honestly, when I love when a title is said in the movie.
Also, when Elrond dropped that line, you said,
So let me preface. So last night after we binged the Summer Term Pretty season 1, finally we were like, okay, let's put on Lord of the Rings. That's why you're here.
"Yep,
We put on Lord of the Rings extended version, 3 hours, 48-minute
yep,
clock. That's how long it was. I think it was like 1 a.m. when we stopped.
yeah,
And we stopped at this part, like when they became the Fellowship of the Ring. And Tiff was
mhm,
like, this is a good place to stop because it's kind of like the midway point.
yeah."
So when yeah, when Elrond said, you are the Fellowship of the Ring, I was like, I love that so much.
Heard her, like, audibly gasp. She
I
goes
was like, oh,
and
I
I
get
and I, like,
it.
side-eyed her. I was like,
I get it. I just got it. I was like, I get it.
"Do you also get how I told you that Elrond is, like, the one guy that everyone loves to say no to?"
Yes. He
Because
just
at
kept saying,
that point, like, she knows, like, Thorin said no to Elrond, Gandalf said no to Elrond, and then
bad things
Galadriel's telling
happen.
the story in the beginning, and Elrond said, "Isildur, you need to throw the ring in the fire." Isildur's like, "No."
And
And
just
then, like
walked away on his
yeah,
pallet, like,
on the
whatever.
parapet, he just
The
left.
parapet.
And then and, Aragorn, is he has this, like, role to fulfill, and Elrond's like, "You should do it," and Aragorn said, "No," and,
Yeah.
like, left,
No, and
and he loves his daughter, so he said, "Fuck that, I'm taking your daughter."
oh my god, yeah,
It's just like
Elrond is
Elrond has the
so
saddest
funny.
life.
He is
I
so
want
funny. He's like,
I
"What is
wanna
the point? What do
I
I give up?"
literally want to give you all of Elrond's lore because I was so intrigued by Elrond that I just did a deep dive of him and I found like letters that Tolkien wrote about like the characters and what they've done after and like history about them. And then there's talk of him in his other book, which I haven't read yet. And I'm a little intimidated because everyone says that it's like very intimidating. So I'm mustering up the courage. But, like, I feel like now with all the information I know, I should probably read it. But, like, I wanna go through it because Elrond has a sad story. Like, if you think, like, Thorin, Killy, and Philly is sad, like, this
Mhm.
is, like, sad.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe after we do the 3rd episode, or after when we talk about the last Lord of the Rings, at the end, you could do your little fun facts, like,
Okay,
the
like, what
lore.
happens yeah, what I
This is
find
the
in my
lore in the
discovery.
Lord of the Rings.
Ooh,
I know.
I
Okay.
love it.
So the director is Peter Jackson. Release date was December 19, 2001. Tropes: reluctant hero, found family, epic quest journey, good versus evil, ancient evil awakening, chosen one, and fellowship, band of heroes behind you.
Yep.
A blurb is pretty much the same. But this is probably a very truest adaptation book to movie.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
agree? Do you not
very
agree?
I agree in the sense of, like, the story itself, like, what the
Yeah.
actual story is, like,
Yeah.
the blurb. In the sense of the
Yes.
blurb, yes, very true to what it is.
Mhm. Which
Yeah.
I feel like if you're gonna take on something so precious as the Lord of the Rings series, the trilogy, the story, the lore, you wanna do justice to the author, you wanna do justice to the fans, to the fandom, right? So you don't wanna change it. You don't wanna tweak it too much. You wanna keep it, like, pretty consistent, but then also make it, like, movie cinema gold,
Yeah,
right? So some things have to get tweaked, but I thought it was pretty spot on
yeah.
with the
And this
book.
is movie cinema gold. People don't make movies like this anymore, and it's
No. They don't. They actually
Oh,
don't.
yeah. You're like, yeah, because it's done. No, just kidding. It's so good. And I feel like there is the story too itself. Like, people don't write stories like that anymore. And they don't make movies about
No.
stories like that.
And
Where
we
it's like,
talked about that, yeah.
yeah, like a band of people coming together to do one thing. Like, yeah, we see that, but we don't see it like this.
No.
And my God. And it's all men, right? And everyone is like, oh, there's just a bunch of guys. And it's like, no, but they're so like in tune with their emotions, and they're very respectful to eeach other in a way where it's like that. Where is he?
Gandalf? Aragon.
Yeah, a man. Okay. Because like he cries, he tells the people around him that he cares. You know what I mean? You're
They
gonna
all
sit here and
care.
hate on this movie, man? It's just a bunch of guys loving each other.
Yes. Actually, yes.
So good. This movie. Okay. I keep saying it that I love The Hobbit because I don't want people to think I don't love The Hobbit, because I do. Because it's fun. And I love the tragedy, and I love the ambition that like flows through the movie. But like there's something about the Lord of the Rings movies, Kim's, that's like it really like settles a piece of me. And I don't know how to explain it, but like when we were watching it, like I can't not smile when I watch that movie.
Yeah.
That's like how I did with Pride and Prejudice. I was just sitting there like, and I'm like clapping, like I'm excited for certain scenes. And I
honestly, things weren't even happening yet. It was like transitioning from like one scene to the next, and she'd be like clapping.
Like
and
I'd be like,
they're going here. They're gonna meet so and so. It's happening, and I was like, I don't understand what's happening. Okay,
it's so good. I love it. I love everything about it, and it's a very unexplainable feeling. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that that like can connect with me in the sense of like, there's just something so comforting about the story, and it's like the themes and it's the messages, but it's also just the visual effects of how the world looks. Like I want to live in New Zealand because of the movie. Like that's what
really
it is.
do.
I do. So one of these days.
Okay.
So I want to know your thoughts. I need you to tell me your thoughts, because what do you think? What is it, Kim? What? Tell me what you think. Tell the people what they want.
I enjoyed the last 2 hours.
Okay, which is crazy because you love the first part of the book, but you love the last 2 hours of the movie, and the first part of the movie is like the book.
So when we watched the movie, I still enjoy going back to the Shire, seeing the birthday party scene, Gandalf playing with the fireworks, like so cutesy. You know, you learned it from Dumbledore. I love all that. I love Frodo realizing like, okay, I have to be in charge of this ring. And then it's the moment of the journey with Frodo when everyone starts coming together until they get to the elves. I was like, okay. I was just like, okay.
Like in Rivendell with like Elrond?
It was until they got there, yeah. So whatever moment, I don't know how long was that from the moment they.
So you're talking about the time period from Bilbo's party, like right, like after Bilbo leaves, all the way up until. Okay, so you did not like the hobbits meeting Merry and Pippin halfway through, and then going to Bree, and then meeting Aragorn and Bree, and then Aragorn taking them to
picking up the rest of the crew. I was like kind of bored by it. I was like, I just want to get me where I need to be.
The meat and potatoes.
When they got to Rivendell, I knew. I was like, his homies were locked up here. Like there was a lore here.
His homies weren't locked up in Rivendell. They went there for help. They were locked up in Mirkwood, which is Legolas's home. Yeah.
Okay, that's where I got confused because they're both elves.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was like, I knew the era.
Yeah, you knew the vibes.
Yeah, I got the vibes.
You saw Elrond and I got excited.
I was like, okay, I understand what I'm looking at. Like I piqued my interest. I was like back in it. I was like, here we are. And from that moment until the very end, I was fully hooked. I was hooked.
Yeah. She was reacting to things. She was having moments. She I would have to tell her.
I was like this.
Yeah.
I was stressed out. I was like, no, that's impossible. That doesn't happen. And you and Jose were like, it did. It did happen. Jose got emotional. I got emotional. I won't tell you where I got emotional until the very end or when you ask me, but.
Okay, let me ask you. Where did you get emotional? Actually, no, wait, hold it. It'll be the last question. I'll ask you.
Okay. But it was good. I enjoyed it. It made me want to continue number 2. Go to number 2. I was like, let's do it. Like, let's go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
It's so exciting because you guys know Kim doesn't like fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my favorite thing. And I've always been nervous about hearing Kim's thoughts. Because, like, if she hates it,
like,
I mean, obviously I'll still love it. But, like, it's like, oh, that's just one person I can't talk about it with. Like, it's just one other person.
You're like, that's fine. You don't ever have to understand, but at least you tried.
At least, whatever. God, I'm glad. Okay, I'm happy that you enjoyed it because I know, like, people, like, some people dread Lord of the Rings. And I'm like,
I honestly thought I would. And I think maybe it was me in a different mindset to how I am now.
mm-hmm.
I mean, for how long did I say I don't like Elijah Wood, and I was
you're not a fan of him, but every time he's on screen, you're like, Frodo.
Something about the hobbits that just I was sucking for
love
Labubu's.
the little ones. Sucker for Labubu's.
Frodo. There's something about him, his eyes.
Oh,
Every time that man got shot, I screamed.
Yeah, he'd be getting hurt.
I was like,
he gets hurt a lot.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, he cannot catch a break. I was having
that Baggins family.
PTSD with Keeley. I was like, oh my God. I could not handle it.
That makes me so
sad. So yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I liked it.
That's good.
I really think in 2001, no, I would have not enjoyed this. Me at like 11 years old, like,
yeah, I wouldn't like it when it came out in 2001.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't. But now, ever since I watched it for the first time, like actually sat down and watched it, I was like
hooked.
Yeah, I was like, this is my life.
Awakening.
Yeah, and then I discovered fan fiction and it was over.
And deep dived. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so since we're talking about Elijah Wood and Frodo, let's talk about the casting because we have familiar faces, right? We have Gandalf, Elrond, Galadriel, but then we also have the rest. So we have Boromir, who we know as Eddard Stark.
Eddard Stark from Game of Thrones.
Yes, and then we have Pippin and Merry, who are
British actors.
Yep. We have Gimli, so we have Aragorn, like new.
Gimli is, can you share the actor?
Oh yes, here's a quick Hathaway connection for all of you. So Gimli is, what's the name of the actor? Because I want to say their names.
Yeah, say their names. Because when you were telling me and I pulled it up, I was like, no way this is that guy. I was shook.
Yeah, it is him for sure. Okay, let's just go down the list of who we have casted. Okay. So we have Elijah Wood as Frodo. Okay. We have Ian McKellen as Gandalf.
Naturally.
We have Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn.
Viggo?
Love him.
Viggo.
And then we have Orlando Bloom as Legolas. We have Sean Astin as Sam. And then we have
Sean Bean as Boromir.
Yes, as Boromir. We have Cate Blanchett as Galadriel.
She looked amazing.
Yes, love her. Billy Boyd as Pippin, who I love Pippin, okay? That's just it. And then we have, let me go down, Dominic Monaghan as Merry, right? Isn't that him? Dominic.
Let me see.
Is that him? He's just giving me names, and I need to see faces.
Yeah, Dominic Monaghan as Merry.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, yeah. And then who else? Andy Serkis as...
Yeah, Christopher Lee as Saruman.
Yes, Christopher Lee is the number one hater.
Liv Tyler as Arwen.
Yes, we love her.
She did so good.
We love her.
I know.
Yes. Oh God. John Rhys Davies. That is who plays Gimli. So fun fact is that Gimli, the guy that plays him, John Rhys Davies, was in The Princess Diaries 2 with Anne Hathaway. Hathaway connection.
I love this man. In Princess Diaries 2, he was so chaotic. And I just remember when he takes the dart and he like runs and like pins it.
And he's like,
yeah, it's so good.
But yeah, this cast is stacked. Like, and a lot of the actors, like, they're known for these roles, and they're like, at this point, like, if I was in Lord of the Rings, I wouldn't work a day in my life after that because it's just like so huge. So I want to know what you think about the casting for like characters like Boromir and Merry and Pippin versus like how they're described in the book.
Okay. I'll start with Merry and Pippin. the way they go back and forth, and they're just like honestly there for the ride. Like,
Yeah.
there's no real reason for them to be there. They just want to go. That's
Well, okay.
so okay.
So this is one of like the things that are different in the book versus the movie. So Merry and Pippin, yeah, they're very like light on their like feet when it comes to the like words, their banter and their wit. But also like they're more serious in the book because Merry and Pippin are Frodo's cousins. So Merry is his first cousin, Pippin is his second cousin. And for the time period where Gandalf is gone and Frodo just has this ring, Merry is noticing all of this change happening with Frodo. And so he like kind of collects the people around Frodo. So Pippin, Sam, and there's like other hobbits and I can't remember their names. But like he's like, we need to like watch Frodo because he's kind of like I feel scared for him and but whatever. Yeah, he's like we should watch party. So they all kind of like band together and they have this silent vow of like watching over Frodo. So when
Oh my
Frodo,
god.
yeah, so in the book when Frodo leaves the Shire, Merry and Pippin join him because they're like we can't leave you. We have to go with you. You're literally family. And then that's when Sam's like, well, I want to come too. What the hell? Like, let me be part of this.
That was it. Okay, like Sam in the book, he just wants to go. And I felt like Gandalf was like, no, Sam.
Yeah.
Or like, no, you can't go, Sam.
Like, you can't.
And in
Sam's
the movie,
like, no, I'm going.
Yeah, and in the movie, Sam was just like off to the side.
I ain't dropping those Eves.
Yeah, he was like off to the side a little. Like you saw him, he was cool with the Baggins off to the side. But then Gandalf was like, okay, you have one job.
Yeah.
If you want to come, you have one job.
He was eavesdropping. So like Gandalf was like, well, now you know too much. So you have to go with him.
I cannot. That was so funny. Gandalf was like, what the fuck are you doing?
He's like, what are you doing eavesdropping? And Sam's like, I wasn't dropping no eaves.
I'm
The
so
lines are so
that.
good.
Yeah.
The lines are so good in this movie. It's iconic.
Of course. Okay, so I loved Elijah Wood.
I know, and it surprised me because every time we see him like anywhere, or if I bring him up, Kim's like, I don't like him.
Yeah. No, he was so good as
we love the Hobbit. You're Gandalf.
Yeah, I had an emotional connection with Frodo. It's just
what emotional connection did you have?
I felt so
the
sad
burden of the ring.
I felt so sad for him. Like, he does not want to do this. He does not want to be on this journey.
Yeah.
He just wants to enjoy his life. And he just got hurt so many times. And I was like, you better not kill Frodo. Like, I was getting so mad. Because in The Hobbit, they kill people I didn't think they were going to kill. So I don't know who's up on the table here.
Yeah, they killed like the 3 main characters.
So I got scared. And speaking of death, Gandalf, I still don't believe you. I believe he's going to come back in number 2 or number 3.
You literally saw him fall.
I don't care.
So Kim is talking about the scene where Gandalf and the Fellowship are running through the mines.
You shall not pass.
Yep, and Gandalf stops on a bridge because the Bolg is chasing them, and the Balrog or whatever. And so Gandalf does his iconic line of "You shall not pass." The bridge breaks, and it grabs him by the ankle with this whip, and just yanks Gandalf right down. And she goes, "He didn't die." And I said, "Yes, he did."
But Frodo and I,
he died.
Frodo and I at the same time yelled, "No!"
Yeah,
no, like
together. And then Boromir picked him up like he was a toddler and walked him right out of that. Disrespect. Boromir could have let that man walk. He is older than Boromir.
I could not believe it. I honestly could not believe it. I love Gandalf.
I know, we love him. We have a whole lore with him.
Oh my god. And honestly, I feel like if I watched Lord of the Rings before I watched The Hobbit, I wouldn't care as much if Gandalf died. But because I watched The Hobbit and because I just made up a whole lore with him and Dumbledore, like I felt more connected. And when he died, it was sad. I did not cry, but it was sad. Okay. And then Viggo as Aragorn.
Yeah,
man. That's all I have to say.
I know. When he showed up in Bree, I got so excited, and Kim didn't recognize him at first until it did that close-up pan, like that quick pan in that it does to him when he's there. And she goes, and I said, "Oh, he's right."
And then you have Sean Bean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You need to tell me about what you thought when you first saw him, and I know what you
First of
said out
all,
loud.
when Sean Bean was like playing with the hobbits, rolling around that floor, loving them, his laboo-boos, like I was so giddy. I was like, this is so happy.
I know, it's such a good moment.
And then he's a man, he's easily influenced by the ring. Like this man was ready to kill Frodo in the woods for the ring. And then when he starts apologizing and crying and he's like so sorry to Frodo, I was like, Sean
Something breaks
Bean.
in you.
I
Something
was like,
breaks in
oh
you.
my God. And then when all those orcs or whatever come and start trying to kill everybody and to get Frodo, when Sean Bean goes and saves Pippin and Merry, I was like, those are your little boo-boos, save them.
His babies.
And he's like fighting him off, and that big ass scary orc shoots that first arrow. I lost it. I was like, no.
She was gasping from the first arrow all the way up until they left him and he was about to die and Aragorn had to save him. Listen, Kim.
I was like, why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long for the crew to show up?
They're so far away from each other and they also have to fight orcs to get to one another. But like, people always say that they hate Boromir, and I think Boromir is probably one of my favorite characters because he loves his people and he was so closed off, like his mind was so closed off at the council meeting.
When you first met him.
And then he like gets to know the hobbits, he gets to know
Aragorn,
Legolas, Aragorn, everyone, right? And you can see like he's like, oh God, this is like my purpose. I'm meant to do this. This is
he
great.
had a true character arc, like
but he was consumed by just the power of the ring.
Because he is man. He is man.
So like he has this like crack in his who he is, and Sauron is like pretty much ruining him with the evilness. So he had that like little moment, but he like redeemed himself by saving Merry and Pippin as much as he could, obviously, because they got taken. But
and when he told Aragorn, like they took them,
taken the little ones.
They took the little ones. I was like, Aragorn.
Oh my God, just the way and it's just so sad.
When Aragorn was like our people, and he was like our people, because Aragorn doesn't want to be king.
Yeah.
Right? And Sean Bean's character is the king, or his father is the king. He's
Boromir Boromir is the son of the king of Gondor now.
So for Boromir, there's this like, he thinks that Aragorn wants to be king, and he's like, we're not giving up. Like, you're not our king. We have a king. And it's very like, no, like, this is my people, you left the people. And at the end, when Aragorn is just like, nothing will happen to them, because that's all he's worried about. He's like, I failed them. And he's like, I will protect them. They're our people. And when he was like, our people, and then he like died peacefully, I was like,
yeah. And he's like, I would follow you, my captain, my king. That line, my brother, my captain, my king. Goosebumps.
I didn't cry though.
So good. Okay, now I need to know where you cried. I
cried when Sam was walking in that water, and he was like,
I knew it. I knew that like, scene would get you.
Mr. Frodo, I'm coming with you. And he's like, no, Sam. He's like, I'm going alone. He's like, I know, but I am coming with you. And they don't swim. And Sam was drowning. And Frodo stuck his hand in and pulled Sam out. And Sam's like, what he says to Frodo, and just his face, and Frodo and Sam embrace and hug, and I just like, I started crying, and I was like,
Sam is such a great character.
I don't want anything to happen to Frodo and Sam, and if something happens, I will stand up and I will walk away from the TV screen.
Okay. I love Sam. And I love his dedication for Frodo.
He's just like, this was my promise. I made
he promised Gandalf
to protect you and to be with you, and I am gonna do that even if you do not want me to. And then when Frodo was like, I'm so glad you're here, Sam, kisses,
they should kiss.
And I just was like, and then when the three, Legolas, who runs weird,
Oh, yeah, we talk about how Legolas runs in this movie.
Okay, in The Hobbit, this man is parkouring, jumping on Hobbit's head. He's so agile and just does whatever.
Yeah, he's
But
on the dwarves' nut barrels.
when he runs in this movie, it's very like
His arms are very stiff and
he's
robotic.
he's very stiff. It's
And I
so
think
weird.
he's just he's just being awkward about it. I don't know. He was like, "Should I run like this?
It
Am
was
I
a
running
choice.
weird?"
It was a choice.
Yeah, it was a choice, but we
And
love
when
him
he
either
did,
way.
and when he did The Hobbit, he was like, I have to be more free
Yeah, he's like, "I need to be I'm more comfortable now in this outfit."
with the
So
hair.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the hair.
But
Oh,
when Legolas and Aragorn and the
Gimli.
dwarf were like, they're like, there's Pippin and Merry, we have to save them. And I was like, fuck yeah, you better save them. Like,
I know.
so I want to see, the journey for both because they all
Yeah.
went their separate ways.
They split now. So now we have Frodo and Sam going to Mordor.
Do we follow both stories?
Mhm.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it. I'm here
Yeah,
for it.
so we have Frodo, Sam going to Mordor. We have Legolas and Aragorn and Gimli going to get Merry and Pippin. And then we have Merry and Pippin and their POV of like what they're seeing and
Please tell me they do not
happening
get
to them.
tortured. I cannot see that.
And we have how they get
You ignore
to
me. They're tortured.
closer when they get closer to Mordor, pretty much. So, because their goal right now is to go to Mordor.
Yes.
But on their journey, there things happen, obviously. Something's going to happen to both parties, all three parties. Actually, yes, all three parties, something's going to happen, and it's like a canon event, though, because it leads you to the very final finale, and they all meet up, and they're like, who's here and who's not here?
No,
I
I'm
know.
stressed.
It's okay, don't be stressed. You gotta read that book, girl. So tell me your favorite or most memorable scene from the movie. I want to know.
I love the party scene still. It was just like, that just made me happy.
It was just like there's something about the Shire that people are so drawn to.
That Bilbo telling the story of the trolls to the little kids, and I was like,
and us knowing what story he's talking about.
That I just love it. It's just so wholesome. Like they're just enjoying their time before life gets shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I enjoyed. It's not funny because it's sad. I think happening to Gandalf is very sad, but it was funny because when Homeboy is using his magic and making him break dance, like flipping him Gandalf
when Saruman was like beating up Gandalf and made him spin.
I could not stop laughing.
Because why did they do him so dirty like that?
And then they put him on the top of that tower, and he's like flipping him around, and like hanging him off the tower, but his feet are all like it's so.
They really did do him Gandalf dirty. Gandalf is like thinking in his head, I swear to God, I'm going to tell Dumbledore about this.
If you don't ever want to watch Lord of the Rings or you don't care for it, take the time to watch it because it's early in the movie. It's within the hour that shit happens.
It's early. Yeah, it is early. It's before they even get to Rivendell. That's how early it is.
You will laugh. I laughed so hard. And I was like, why does Gandalf go through so much? But why is Homeboy like doing the most without doing like damage? Like I don't get it. It's so funny to me. I enjoyed there was a lot of like one-liners that were funny to me. I can't think of them now, but at the time I giggled. We laughed. I wanted Gollum to pop out
when he was following them in the mine.
Yeah, I was like, come on, like come out. And I thought Gollum was gonna pop out when Sean Bean's character was like trying to get the ring from Frodo, and Frodo like put it on and was like running away. I thought Gollum was gonna pop out, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't. We just watched it, and I honestly can't really think of it. But those were like some funny, memorable scenes for me. And I'm sure if you share with me some, I'll be like, yeah, those were also funny, memorable. But I can't think of any.
Yeah, there's a lot of scenes. The one-liners. My favorite one is when Gandalf is like yelling at Pippin. He's like, "Fool of a took, throw yourself in next time to rid us of your stupidity." And it makes me sad because I love Pippin, but it makes me laugh because Gandalf saying that shit is the funniest thing ever. Gandalf snaps in this movie.
He kept saying that Gandalf goes from 0 to 100 and back to 0 so fast.
Real quick.
Like, and nobody really blinks an eye. They're just like, "Oh, Gandalf."
Like you're so, I think, okay, in the second movie,
wait, also,
somebody mentioned something about Gandalf and they were like talking about how he talks, like how he is. And I thought it's funny. You'll notice it. Because Aragorn's telling, I think, Legolas about Gandalf. Yeah.
I thought of 2 more scenes. The part where Kate Blanchett or whatever is standing there with her husband, who's hideous, by the way.
Okay, we do not shit on him, okay?
Okay, well, visually, he did not do it for me. Legolas Zaddy did it for me in The Hobbit, so believe that thought. Is that a hot take? Oh, Lord. Anyway, so when she's like standing there next to her husband and she's like telling them like he did not make it, Gandalf did not make it, and they're all listening, and then Sean Bean starts getting emotional or whatever.
Yeah.
And when she's like, as she's talking, she's also like mentally talking to Frodo.
Yeah.
And then they zoom in on her eyes and she does this like really big like
yeah, but it's in her head, so everyone's looking at her and they're like
it just made me think of the thing with like Gandalf and her in The Hobbit where she's like, sorry.
She's like, "You knew," and he goes, he does a little side eye. He said,
and then also when Gandalf is dead and they're staying there at the elf whatever Rivendell, and
no, they're in Lothlorien.
Okay, whatever. And Sam is like, "What are they saying?" And Legolas, "I cannot tell you." And
the grief is still too near.
Yes, and Sam starts like doing his own little like because nobody will understand the fireworks, and Homeboy is like snoring, side eye. So many bombastic side eyes in this.
I love it. I love it. Even Bilbo gives bombastic side eyes.
It was so funny when he gives him when Bilbo gives Frodo his like shield outfit,
mithril shirt. Kim was like, "I know that is." I know it. I
was like, "I know the special connection. Like, I'm sure Bilbo slept with it every night. Missing Thorin. I know his lover." And Legolas is like, "I know, but that's mine."
He said
when I was a baby. Yeah, so there's like a lot of like funny little scenes that if you're watching it and you just notice little mannerisms, you'll laugh. Like,
yeah, like when
I think we had a fun time watching it.
Yes, because when this scene, right, where they're all like, "You can have my sword and my bow." And so Legolas goes, "And my bow," and stands next to Gandalf, and then Gimli goes, "And my axe," and it pans to Legolas's face, and he has like the Office moment where he just
not even, but when Elrond, when Sam is like, "I'm going too," and Elrond's like, "Well, I wouldn't have it any other way."
Yeah, he's like, "You can't be separated."
Merry and Pippin start talking, and Elrond turns like this, like,
and his eyebrows are so curvy. Like they are like
turns
like an animated eyebrow. Like
his face when he sees them, his face when he turns around and he's just like the best. I could not stop laughing. I was so like, good. Oh my god, I love it. This man is like, just get these people out of my house. Like, get them out of here. We're done. So we're done with this journey. Bye. You can go.
So good.
There's a lot of scenes. It's a fun movie. It's a movie I would not watch alone because I think my own thoughts or my like phone would take control. You have to watch it with people, and especially at least one person who loves it to keep everybody like pay attention, keep them on track with
the
it.
Fun facts. And with the, did you know this place? Or like, hey, you know this place? Yeah.
So this is important. Remember this, or like,
hey, always watch the movies with me.
Yeah, there we go. Watch
everyone, invite me. We're all gonna get in Discord and watch it, and I will
pick me, choose me,
love me. So good. I love it. Every scene from beginning to end is so memorable to me that I can't even think of like a favorite. If I really truly had to choose a favorite scene, it might be the scene when they all kind of band together.
Yes, it's so good. Yeah, I was like, the Fellowship.
Yeah, the Fellowship.
That was it. I got it.
It's really good. And like, I don't know. Just it's all of
Yeah.
it. All of it's so good.
It's good.
Okay. So let's go over a couple of things.
Okay.
So the tone and overall themes, right, of the book and movie together is, fellowship, bravery, good versus evil. So obviously, we don't really have to talk too much on how we felt about it because that's like the premise of the entire movie.
Mhm.
But like, how did you feel about it? Like this version of a good versus evil, where because like we get a lot of stuff where it's good versus evil, but it's like maybe one or two people that are like the main characters. This one
Mhm.
we have 9 main characters
Mhm.
plus side characters that are heavily still involved.
Mhm.
So I want to know your thoughts on this type of like bandwidth of fellowship and like a
I
family.
I liked it because okay, the ring really is so strong. The evilness of this ring is so strong. And the good versus evil, not even just like your basic, like this is an evil person, this is a good person, but the good and evil that they battle with themselves, aka Sean Bean's character, hardcore. Like he's good, he's fun, he loves his people, he loves the hobbits, but he's a man and his like he's like what did you say? Like because for the ring to some is strong, like the power is
Yeah,
stronger
like the
right
power
away.
is stronger to certain
Right
type
away.
of beings. Yeah. So like men are seen as like really weak because of
Mm-hmm.
what is especially what Isildur did by
Mm-hmm.
taking the ring and using it for himself rather than destroying it like he should have.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to Elrond like he should have.
He
The
walked
men
away
are
on that
destined.
parapet.
Yeah, he
He
really.
was
He
like,
said no. He dead ass looked at him too. He said no.
and Eric and Elrond,
Elrond's like, I hate you. This is the last time elves are fighting with men. I'm over it.
yes.
So yeah, so men are weak in the sense of their mind and like their willpower. They have good intentions and good hearts, but it's just a struggle for them. Elves are kind of the same way because of their heightened senses. It's like kind of it draws to them, but they know better, but they're
Yeah.
still at risk just
Mhm,
as much as Boromir is. And
mhm.
then you have
Same with Gandalf. Gandalf
Gandalf.
is like,
Yeah, Gandalf is very weak to it because he has desires to use it for
mhm,
good, but he has so much power that generally you don't see in the films that we've watched already. We see some of it, but not enough of it.
mhm.
He has so much power that Sauron could just use him to his will, just like
Yeah,
how he has
the
Saruman.
other guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sauron could just simply use Gandalf. So it's like everyone has a risk, but the only thing with the hobbits, and this is the theory, I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but in my head, the theory of the hobbits being able to hold onto the ring for a lot longer without it going crazy for them is the fact that when Sauron made all of the rings for like the dwarves, the elves, and the men, the hobbits never got a ring. So they've never had that powerful connection to him. So when Bilbo had it, it was
It
like,
took like
it
50,
did
60
nothing. Yeah.
years.
And then when Frodo had it, it also does not do much to him. You can tell that he feels it, but it's not like, you know,
Mhm.
as strong as Boromir.
I
That's my
agree.
theory. I don't know if that's true or not. I read it
I
somewhere, but I don't
believe
know where
it.
I read it. So
No, I believe it. I believe it. Yes. So with that being said, just and how Frodo asks everybody, like, do you want this? Like, do
yeah,
you want the ring? And they're just like, you're gonna freely give it to me. And because he doesn't want it. He doesn't want to
yeah,
deal with this. He doesn't like this at
yeah.
all.
He's not a fan.
And everyone is like urging for that power, that evilness, but they're just like, no, I can't. Like I'm not strong enough to carry this ring and destroy it. Like I will
Yeah,
not be able to do it. It's up to you. So, and then you really see it with Sean Bean's character where he literally like tackles Frodo and is like choking him to get the ring.
yeah,
And when Frodo puts it on and disappears, like Sean Bean's character is like sad. Like, why am I like, why? Why am I like this? I'm sorry. Like, Frodo, you're my friend.
yeah.
I shouldn't have done this. It's so sad. It's very
It is.
sad.
It is very sad.
So, besides the actual evil person and the actual good people, I enjoyed this. It kind of reminds me of Thorin when he's going through that.
The dragon sickness.
Yes, because that like stuck with me in a way
Yeah,
that I don't know how to explain it. Like it's like I will always think about that.
yeah.
We'll die on the
It's
hill thinking about that dragon sickness,
literally. I always think about it.
and it was like that for them. There's something about that kind of trope that I enjoy. Of like,
What it is it's good versus evil, but it's good versus evil with yourself as well.
with the
it's an
good people, the
internal
people
yeah,
who
it's
are
an
supposed to be
internal
the heroes.
battle that you can see these characters having where you know
Mhm.
you're good, like, we know that you're good, but there's also a part of you that's evil too, that's, like
Which is true to
which
everybody.
Sauron is pulling on. Yeah, and I think I like that. I like that sense of good
And
versus
I
evil
feel
where
like
it's
the
like
hobbits are just pure and innocent, and they
yeah.
just don't have that, and it's like
Because they only live within their borders of the Shire, and there's
mhm.
no
I'm so
bad
happy.
guys there. Yeah, because they're so far away from Mordor
Yeah.
that it's like nothing can reach them.
Mhm.
And so they just live these lives because the men like when because men just like forget about them. The elves are like, okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
nobody bothers
Dwarves
them.
or whatever. Yeah, no one bothers them. So yeah.
I love it. I love
So
it.
do I. I love it. I love the fellowship. I love that
I
there's
think
no
it
romance
adds
and I can make it up in my head.
I think the good versus evil, the fellowship adds a little something that doesn't make the story cookie cut.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like tip like I could see if you were to tell me, if you were to ask me, Kim, tell me how you think this is going to end, I don't know. Like I don't know the path. I don't know how it's going to end
Yeah.
because they are not afraid to kill people off. J.R.R. Tolkien was like,
We're
sorry.
killing people.
Yeah, they're not afraid. I don't know how this is going to end. And that is what I think I enjoy about the story itself is that it's not predictable. You don't I mean, I don't know, and I've never read or watched them for this
Yeah.
is my first time. So I like that. I like that I do not know how it's going to end.
Yeah. Like you can't
I'm
predict the ending.
yeah. I was shocked by the two deaths in this movie.
2 deaths and there's 3 more to go or 2 more to go.
I
So,
hate you. Don't talk to me.
okay.
Don't talk to me.
So let's talk about some key differences that fans notice.
Okay.
Key differences that like I know are talked about amongst the fandom constantly. So the first one we've already talked about, which is Tom
Mhm.
Bombadil. He's very heavy with Frodo, Sam, Merry, and Pippin, and Tom helps them twice, right, giving them lore and world building while also leading them to continue on with their journey. And then in the movie, Tom is just entirely like cut completely from the movie for pacing reasons, which makes sense. It's understandable, but also it's like, we love Tom. Like Tom
Mhm.
Bombadil's like he's awesome, but yeah. So we have that, and then also in the book, it took Gandalf in the very beginning. It took Gandalf 17 years to research the ring, but in the movie, it seemed like it was only maybe weeks. But like in the 17 years, that's what you're talking about how it was so stretched
In the
in
book.
the book, because in the book it was a 17-year time span. So you're following Frodo, but you're also following Merry, who's watching Frodo, Pippin, who's watching Merry watch Frodo, Sam, who just wants to hang out with Merry and Pippin and Frodo, and all of the hobbits there are trying to help make sure Frodo's okay because of Bilbo's disappearance and stuff. So yeah,
It's a lot. Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a lot of
lot.
perspectives. You're getting a
Yeah,
lot of
you get a lot.
yes.
And speaking of Merry and Pippin, since I've already talked about it, I'll just briefly say that, like, in the book, Merry and Pippin aren't as comedic and mischievous, but in the movie, they're seen as that comedic
Mhm.
relief, which I think was a good take, in my opinion. People kind of are upset about it, but I like it because
You gotta have
you do need to have that, like, funny comedic relief when it comes to
mhm.
a movie so heavy as this one. And fun fact that I know is not true, but I like to believe that it's true. People in the fandom say that Merry and Pippin are Killy and Philly reincarnated,
That's what
and
I thought.
I cry about it. Yeah, and I cry about it because it's like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Merry
Stop.
is
That is
Philly and Pippin is Killy because of their mischievous ways, their banter, their funny
what
conversations.
I
They're
thought.
always together. It's
Yes.
like, yeah.
That is what I thought. I think I even said during when we were watching it, I was like, I can't handle two siblings dying.
Siblings, yeah, yeah, and
And
I
you were
was
like, they're
like,
not
"They're
siblings.
cousins."
I was
Yeah,
like, siblings. They're
yeah,
related. And they have PTSD with Keely and Feely. And these two reminded me of them, just the Hobbit forms. And I was like,
yeah.
do not do this to me. I will riot. I do not leave that be. Go on to your next fact. I don't want to talk about. We're only talking about this movie and how
Okay,
I feel
okay,
right
okay,
now.
okay. So the scene where
Is it Pippin? Is it Pippin that dies? Don't tell
I'm
me.
not
Don't
telling
tell
you anything. Okay,
I think
so
we were
Arwen
watching it. We were watching it, and I was like, "Does so and so die?" And then it was silent, and I was like, "Don't tell me."
yeah, just like, don't tell me. I'm not telling her anything. If anything, I'm trying to steer her in directions of, like, where it's going, but it's not going. So if you
Yeah.
guys hear me say things and you're like, "That's not how it is," it is how it is for Kim because she
until I
doesn't
know.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So another one is Glorfindel. So in the movie when Arwen meets Aragorn and the hobbits and helps Frodo, okay, when she sees them and takes him to Rivendell. It's actually Glorfindel in the book that is the one to take Frodo, and he carries him to Rivendell. And Arwen was replaced just so she can have more screen time, and that way we can give them Arwen and Aragorn their
Their
backstory
lore.
and for it to make sense. Yeah, so they kind of cut Glorfindel altogether, and I kind of wish they didn't because I would love to know. Because I see a lot of fan fictions about Glorfindel, and I don't think I've ever seen what he looks like. And I don't know if he's in the movie or not. I don't think he is.
Oh, I love these fanfics. See, I would have been cool with this man. This fanfic man.
Who?
Glorfindel.
Glorfindel. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So he's like a mighty elf. Okay. And he is in the House of Gondolin, which is talked about, but not
See,
whatever.
I like
But
this.
he dies in the First Age.
Yeah.
And then he, like, by the Valar, he's returned back to Middle Earth. Okay. And so now he's just this huge character. But they don't have him in the movie.
They had to give a lady a role.
Yeah, so Glorfindel's not in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, because I would have known. I think I'm pretty sure I would have remembered that. But he is a significant character in the lore. He just isn't there.
I know.
I wonder if they're going to bring him in the Rings of Power. Whatever, this is a conversation for another time. Okay, so another one is that in the book, in the Fellowship of the Ring, Boromir does not die in the book. He actually dies in the second book. But Peter Jackson figured that that would be a great ending point for the Fellowship of the Ring. So when people watch
he like bled it in.
Yeah. So when people watched the movie and they know the book, they were not expecting Boromir to die because they were like, it happens in the Two Towers. So they're like, you know, we know it's not going to happen. The leading up to, because I read Reddit posts, they said the leading up to when Boromir dies, they were like, this is oddly familiar and there's no way that it's going to happen here. And it happens, and they made, and the way that Peter Jackson kills him off is so cinematically amazing in the saddest way possible because he's so courageous, and the looks he gives Merry and Pippin and the way Merry and Pippin run after the orc, like, it's just so good. They were crushed. And I was like, damn, imagine it's the same vibe as going to a movie and not knowing when a character is going to die, but it's like going to a movie knowing a character is going to die, but not until like the later installments, just to find out that he dies in that one movie you're watching
at the end. Yeah, I could not.
So I think that's crazy. Yeah, it's he did it for a stronger emotional climax, which I think he succeeded.
I think he made a good choice. That's a really good choice because if the only death was Gandalf in the movie, I wouldn't have felt more. I wouldn't have felt much. I would have been like, okay, like, but so to have another death of the Fellowship, it was like I think it was a right choice to show it in this first film. So I think that was a good choice, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, and another one that we talked about quite a bit was the songs and the poems and a bit of the lore throughout the book. It happens a lot, just like in The Hobbit, where there's a lot of music and there are a lot of poems and stuff. But in the movies, most of it was removed. I think the only two that stayed were when Gandalf read the book in Morai and when the hobbits are singing their song in the Shire. That's like the only musical aspect that we see.
Which is fine.
I think moving forward, yeah. It'd be weird to see Legolas singing.
Running and singing.
So now I want to hear your thoughts about the adaptation itself. Like, I know that the changes are very small and minute, but how do you think, now that you know what the changes are, how do you think it affected the plot of the story and just the overall story in general?
I like
when it came to the movie.
I like him. I think if I was a die-hard...
Oh, I remember what it is.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me say it before we forget. Okay. So this is a fact that I don't think many people know, actually. But so before the council meeting was started, Elrond and Gandalf were like, we don't know what to do. Like, we're, obviously we have to destroy this thing. But they did not summon Boromir, Gimli, or Legolas, right? They all had an issue going on in their part of the world that is connected to the ring, but they just didn't know what it was. So, like,
everyone just showed up on their own with their own
purpose. But they showed up around the same time. In the book, it's a longer time frame, but generally it's like around the same time they showed up. So Gimli shows up with Gloin because Gloin, there's an issue with the mountain. They're having a lot of issues with orcs and stuff. So they go to Rivendell for help or whatever, council. So that's why they're there. Boromir goes there because Boromir's land, Gondor, is right at the edge where Mordor is, and there's an evil stirring. So the king of Gondor sends Boromir with people to talk to the elves to see if they can send aid or whatever, help. And then Legolas, which I think is the funniest one of all. So at the end of The Hobbit, we know that Legolas leaves to go north to find Strider. Behind the scenes, they end up meeting Legolas and Aragorn, and they don't really know who each other are until later on after they hang out a couple of times.
Yeah.
Legolas ends up going back to Mirkwood after he found Aragorn and is like, okay, let me do some duties here, whatever, see my dad, but I don't give a shit, right? Okay, so he goes there. Thranduil ends up capturing Gollum, and Legolas...
Torturing him.
No, he's not torturing him.
That's
He just captured him. So that way they could bring him to Elrond.
Okay.
But what happened was Thranduil sent some of his guards to go give Gollum a walk, like a dog. Like, just to take him out for a walk, okay, because he's insufferable in the freaking kingdom. They lose Gollum. Thranduil and Elrond don't like each other. They have beef, like petty beef, okay? They just shit talk each other all the time. So Thranduil said, Legolas, you need to go. I'm not going there. You need to go to Elrond and tell him that you lost Gollum because because Elrond knew that they had Gollum. And Legolas said, what the actual fuck? And so Thranduil sends Legolas with some elves to go inform Elrond of this, but he doesn't inform Elrond until after the council meeting because he's like, oh shit.
The situation with the ring.
Yeah, so it's all connected to the ring. Gollum, the orcs, and Mordor all having issues right now, and they all go to Elrond, and Elrond's like, y'all are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny because now Legolas is like, I'm going on this fellowship, and Thranduil thinks that he's still in Rivendell, like, talking with Elrond. So there's a thing where it says that Thranduil sends a letter to Elrond asking him if his son had arrived because he hasn't heard word. And Elrond goes, LOL, dude, your son's on a trip to Mordor right now. And I just think it's so funny that
like he's part of the Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah, he's on a trip right now, and he's not going to be coming back for a while. Like, and I just think it's so funny. And I don't know if it's real or not, but I just think it's hilarious.
I'm for it.
I've read so much like stuff about the books and the lores and the characters online that sometimes I don't know what's real or not, but I like to think that that's real because it makes sense.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And I would, if you were to tell me 2 truths and a lie and that was part of it, I'd be like, that's a truth.
That's the truth.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
It's just so funny. Okay, so now tell me about the adaptation. What you thought of it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I think for someone, if I was a hardcore fan of the book, like if I was like, this book, I finished it in the 22 hours it takes me to read it, whatever. And then, okay, I could probably pick up on the 1 or 2, whatever that difference is. But for somebody who was like not really big in the book and I watched the movie and I loved the movie, I'm okay with whatever played out in front of me. Does that make sense? Like, I love the comedy of Pippin and Mary. Like, I love that those two, they don't really know any better. They're cooking their breakfasts, they're eating the extra bread.
Second breakfast.
They're like, what about 11ness and supper and dinner and lunch and tea? Like, they bring a comedy that is needed. Like I mentioned, did not enjoy, but I do like that he put the death of Sean Bean's character in this movie. And I like it. I mean, I don't mind it. I'm sure somebody who's like hardcore fan like yourself, maybe you have different opinions, but
I don't know. I like it. I love the movies.
The overall story is there. Like, it's there. Yeah. The lore, the story.
I love it. I love the movies. I think the movies, like, I could have on all the time. Like, you put on Harry Potter all the time just to have in the background. Yeah. Mine's Lord of the Rings. And my children are insufferable about it because they're like, I hate this. And I'm like, well, this is my life. This is me. So I love it. I love everything about it. I have nothing bad about it. So
yeah.
Okay. I need to know who your favorite character is right now. Who we have seen on screen right now. Who is your favorite character?
We only pick one.
Yes.
Who is my favorite character? The movie ended and the songs played. Who did I leave saying, this is my favorite character? Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Say the character. Okay. Well, say when I say 1, 2, 3, then say it.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2.
Sam.
Okay. And I hate Elijah Wood.
Why do you love Frodo? And I'll tell you why I love Sam.
I was torn between Sam and Frodo. That's who I was torn with.
Yeah.
I love Frodo's character because he doesn't want this.
He's the realest one. Like, he doesn't want to be there.
He thought he wanted adventure. Like, with Bilbo telling his stories and his whatever he went through. And Frodo just really thought he wanted that, right? And he doesn't want to be a ring bearer. He doesn't want this.
Yeah.
He hates that he's putting everybody through this. He cares about every single person. He doesn't want any drama. He's terrified. This poor hobbit is literally stabbed many a times. He's losing Gandalf, who was his number one. Like, he truly feels like, who can I trust if Gandalf is gone?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening? Gandalf was supposed to take me there. He was supposed to be there for me. And the tears, the shedding of the eyes. I was a sucker for his eyes.
Yeah.
I want nothing but good things for Frodo in number 2 and number 3. And if they kill him, I will die.
I understand. So I love Sam.
I love Sam too.
I was torn between Aragorn and Sam. Aragorn for the obvious reasons of him being the king. Right. And he's like, I don't want this. But, like, he's meant for it. Because we've already seen acts like that he's done where it's like, you're risking yourself for all these people, but they're not your people at the same time. So it's like, you just have this noble sense to you. Right. But also, like, I had to choose Sam because there's nothing like, I said it when we were watching it, and I always say it, you guys need to find a friend that's like Sam, or you need to be the Sam, because to have someone that's like, I literally do not care what you put me through, or like, not like what you put me through, but like what you go through and like where you have to go, I'll just follow you. Like, because I know you need it. So like, you're carrying all this weight, and Sam just wants to help him carry it.
Be you a friend, or be the friend that doesn't know how to swim but will cross that river to be with you.
Yeah, that will take the step further away from home with you. I love Sam. We love Sam.
Yeah. But I love Frodo. If you play back my previous episodes, I was like, Elijah Wood.
I hate Elijah Wood.
Maybe it's the Baggins that I love.
We love the Baggins. It's the hobbits in general. You can't not love a hobbit. Like, you really can't. Like,
I want to make them my Labubu and put them on my purse or something. They are so, I just want everyone else, if something happens to them, yes, I will be sad. But if something happens to the hobbits, it would break my heart. Like, these are children. I'm not even
funny
looking
because
at your face.
they're older.
I know, they're the oldest.
Than Boromir. They're older than Legolas is the oldest. He's about 2,000 some years old. Okay,
that is fine. That's probably why he runs like that.
Bones stiff. His bones are stiff.
Once it hits the 1500, he's like, God, I can't run the way I used to run.
I know. He's like,
I can't hop around the way I used to hop around.
Yeah, that is different. Were you surprised when I didn't say Legolas as my favorite character? Because I talk so much about him.
No, because if I had just watched only this Lord of the Rings and I didn't watch Hobbit, I don't feel any connection with Legolas.
Yeah.
But because you know more of his lore in The Hobbit, and even though he wasn't meant to be in The Hobbit, they added more story to him. His love triangle.
The love triangle that wasn't even real.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if you only watched this first movie, you would see Legolas and just be like, oh, it's Orlando Bloom. But there's not really much, he's not giving enough like Aragorn and like Sean Bean's character. It's very like closed off. Even, what's his name? The dwarf. Gimli. You got more emotions from him when his people were dead from The Hobbit in that little, like, that was sad. Like, I felt for him. Legolas is very like closed off. It's hard to get a reading off of him.
And it's because he's a Mirkwood elf, and they're very you know how the kingdom is. They're very closed off to the outside world, and they don't leave. So for Legolas to be the one to venture off on his own, come back, then go out again is like...
Yeah, the most emotion I saw from Legolas, not even when Gandalf died, but when Sam and Frodo are on the other side and he runs to that little boat and he's like, hurry, they've gone to the East River. Like, they've made it. And he turns around and he's like, are we not going after them? Like, that was the most, like, it's starting to crack his, like, you're starting to see more of him.
Yeah, you start to see more of his friendship. Like, he's opening up to people.
If we're talking about favorite characters just on this movie, it's going to go to Frodo for me.
Yeah.
It might change in the 2 and 3. I don't know. Don't talk to me.
I didn't say anything.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
My mouth was shut. I love Legolas because of he's giving Vogue photo shoot every time he's on the screen. Yeah, he's giving. And now that I see what my face looks like when I say it, it's crazy.
I'm gonna see.
Prune.
1, 2, 3. Prune.
It's so good. I love it. Prune. But yeah, he's giving very like facial expression rather than vocal expression, which is fine.
Yeah, I get it.
Love it. Okay, final thoughts. I need to know. I think I already know what yours is. Is it book or movie?
Movie,
yeah.
100%. It might be movie all throughout, which, you know what? For someone who was not excited, you should be very happy that I am very happy. The movie.
Yeah. Surprisingly or not, I prefer the movie over this one than the book because the book is long and it is very detail heavy. But that might change with the other ones, but I won't say which ones. So, what do you rate the book out of 5?
A 3.
Okay, that's fair.
It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I will not have a second helping of it. It is not my pipe weed. It is not my Toby.
Not your Toby.
And that's okay.
And that's fine.
That is fine. And
I give it a 3.5 because it's not my favorite out of the 3 books, but it is a good one because obviously you have to start off with it. So
yes.
Okay, so now the movie. What do you rate it? And you have to remember you're also rating. We have to make the grid for us to remember.
I'll give it a 4. Because there was times where I just felt it's another fact. It's a fact dump movie. Yeah. It's the beginning. It's the lore. You got to be introduced to the character, to the fellowship, to get them where they need to be. And I think you told me like number 2 and 3 is where it's like,
very action. And
we were watching it, and you were like, okay, this next hour is where it's at from this point moving forward. And you were like, it's almost done. Like. And I was like, okay.
I said that, and she goes, "It's not almost done," and like paused
like 8 minutes.
And I was like, literally, I told you from the moment they left this place up until the very the credits is when shit goes down. And you were
true. So for me,
I was true.
It was true, and so I give it a 4. It just was the beginning was a lot. I love the beginning, but there was a lot of introducing, getting the characters, okay, who's this, who's that, what's up with Gandalf, he's got to go off on his side journey quests again,
Toby, reading some papers.
It was a lot. It's a lot of information, so I'll give it a 4. I think that's pretty generous. I mean,
for you, yeah, I give it a 4 as well because it's not my favorite out of the 3 movies, so I already know which one's my favorite.
What did I give The Hobbit, the first one, a 4?
I think you gave it a 4.
Something about the first. It's the first that are slow for me. And I think we compared it with Harry Potter.
No, what we did was we combined an average, I think.
I think I gave it, no, it was like a 5. No, The Hobbit was a 4, and I think I gave the last 2 5s. 5 out of 5. Number 2 and number 3.
So your average is a 4.5.
Yeah. This one I'm giving it a 4. And I feel like we compared it with Harry Potter. How you were like, I don't start on 1 and 2. I go to 3. Because it's so intro, like facts. So for me, I would probably, I haven't seen 2 or 3, but I will say I would probably skip this one or have it played in the background and then just be like, I'm just waiting for the second one possibly to come on. Who knows? I haven't watched the second one yet.
I know people that watch the first one, but they skip the entire first half and just start playing where we stopped, which is when they announced the fellowship, and then that's when they start. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's a choice because you might as well just watch the whole thing.
Truth. But
it is what it is.
And we watched the extended version and you were like, the beginning is actually the very beginning. The lore is what was the extended version.
Yeah. It's like a lot of the things that happen in the very beginning of the movie is a lot of where it's the extended edition, especially when in the very beginning when Galadriel is talking about the lore of the ring and Sauron and Mordor. There's added stuff in there for the extended edition, I think. So It's a lot. A lot of
Yeah, it was a lot.
info dump.
Mhm.
Okay, so on the grid, do you remember where we put? Because we have 4 spots, right? We have The Hobbit, all 3 movies combined. We have
Mhm.
Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and Return of the King. So, do you remember where we put The Hobbit?
I don't think we grid it. I don't think we listed it.
Okay, we should grid it.
So I would put. We're talking about the movie?
We should do the movie and the book.
Okay. It's tough. That is so tough for me because the books are not my business, but that's fine. Okay. Let's do. Where do you put The Hobbit, the book?
I'll put it at 2, the book.
And where do you put Hobbit, the movie?
Put the movie at 1. Because if it's all 3 combined, I love The Hobbit.
Hobbit,
Yeah.
movie. Okay. Now, where do you put Lord of the Rings, book?
The Lord of the Rings book, I will put that as a. I'll put that as a. Wait, now that I'm looking at my grid, I don't think it's right. The Hobbit book should be number 3.
Okay.
With the Lord of the Ring, the Fellowship of the Ring book.
Okay. It's like that. And where do you put the movie?
I put the movie at.
You could put it at number 3. Number 3 is just your book. 2, 3, or 4.
I'll have to put it at 4.
Okay.
Lord
I know.
of
the Ring,
but
1 movie. And I'm going to put the movie at number 1. Because I love the movies.
It's so good.
I love the movies. I love Bilbo. I love Thorin. I love Keely Peely. I love Gaston.
Oh, I love Bard.
I'm going to put the Lord of the Rings book and movie as number 4.
Okay.
Because I think, and based off conversation with you and just based on what I truly believe, it gets better 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to high rank it. Book 1, movie 1 is an info dump situation.
Yeah, it is.
Which is fine. It's fine. It's not my favorite, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, this is exciting. I'm so excited.
I know. I can't wait for you to watch the second one because that's when shit happens too.
I know. Okay, so with that being said, that wraps up this episode of Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Labubu's. Grab your Labubu's while you
Everyone
can.
grab your Labubu's while you
throw them in the Mordor.
Oh my god, not the Labubu's in the fires of Mordor.
Yes,
that's wild.
The Labubu's are devil. Let's be real. They're evil. Think about it.
I have like 2 in my house.
Labubu's are the rings of this century. People go crazy for those.
In what sense?
People go evil for those Labubu's.
Okay. I have seen people fight over a Labubu.
They go evil. Some are strong and some are not. I'm just saying.
And then there's the hobbits.
Yes.
Like me, who just don't care.
I don't care.
I don't want anything to
and
do
there's
with
people like your daughter who's like
Gollum.
Yes, my precious Labubos.
Oh my god, yes. So that wraps up. I'm so happy. I'm so excited for more. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe, rate, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcast. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Official Facia Picture for all things books, movie adaptations, Hobbit Labubus, and more.
You can also find our link tree on our Instagram. It has everything from new episodes, guest signups, and our new merch that we just launched. And to be honest, up until the point where you said, if you enjoyed today's episode, I honestly forgot we were doing a podcast. I was like, oh, it's a podcast.
Yep.
Join us next week as we go into Lord of the Rings 2 Towers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm very excited because this is when shit gets real. You have them separated. They don't know what the others are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. People get hurt. Okay. There's conversations that happen. I don't want to say a lot. There's a battle scene.
Okay.
There's a plethora, actually, of battle scenes. We had a lot of them. And there's a lot of like on your edge. Like you're like, oh my God, what's about to happen to this person? What's going on? Why are they like this? Where did they go? It's a whole thing. I'm excited. I'm very excited
too. I'm actually really excited, and I'm gonna hold off watching it.
Don't watch it.
Okay, don't yell at me. Don't go full Gandalf. Chill.
I am not trying to rob you. I'm trying to help you.
Got big to yell at Bilbo, and then when Bilbo got scared and cried, and
Bilbo was like,
I was like, this is why I love Bilbo.
We love Bilbo.
I love him. Yes, I will start reading book 2 of the Lord of the Rings series, and I will wait until you arrive for us to watch number 2 together. I love it. Okay.
So excited.
Bye.